Ever wondered how the United States maintains its military edge across the vast oceans and endless skies? It's not just about having the biggest ships or the fastest jets. It's about how they work together. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most significant strategic shifts in modern warfare, air-sea battle. So what exactly is air-sea battle? In the early 2010s, military planners in the Pentagon looked at the world and saw a new challenge rising. Countries were developing sophisticated weapon systems designed specifically to keep U.S. forces at a distance. Think long-range missiles, advanced submarines, and cyber warfare capabilities. These are what military folks call anti-access area denial, or 2AD systems. Basically, they create a giant keep-out zone. The old way of doing things, where the Navy sails its carrier strike groups close to shore and the Air Force flies missions from nearby bases, was becoming increasingly risky. Imagine a bubble of lethal threats expanding hundreds, even thousands of miles out from a coastline. How do you operate inside that bubble? That's the problem air-sea battle was designed to solve. It's a joint concept, a playbook, that integrates the U.S. Air Force and the U.S. Navy like never before. The core idea is simple but revolutionary. Instead of fighting separate battles on the sea and in the air, you create a single, seamless fighting force. Let's break down how it works. It all starts with networking. Picture this. A Navy destroyer detects a threat with its powerful radar. In the old days, that information would primarily stay within the Navy's network. But under air-sea battle, that data is instantly shared with Air Force assets, maybe a B-2 stealth bomber flying miles away or an F-35 fighter jet. This creates a unified real-time picture of the entire battlespace. Everyone sees the same thing at the same time. This concept is often called a kill chain. Information flows from sensor to shooter, regardless of which service branch they belong to. This networked approach allows for incredible flexibility. An Air Force F-22 Raptor, with its advanced stealth and sensors, could fly deep into enemy territory, detect a surface-to-air missile battery, and then pass the targeting data to a Navy-guided missile cruiser sitting safely over the horizon. The cruiser could then launch a Tomahawk missile to take out the threat. The jet never had to fire a shot, and the ship never had to put itself in direct danger. It's about using the right tool for the right job, no matter who owns it. Now let's talk about the key pillars of this strategy. The first is disrupting the enemy's own command and control network. If they can't see you, they can't target you. This involves everything from electronic warfare, jamming enemy radar and communications, to cyber attacks that cripple their systems. It's about blinding and deafening your opponent before the first shot is even fired. The second pillar is destroying the enemy's A2AD weapons. This is the kick in the door phase. It means actively hunting and eliminating those long-range missile launchers, advanced air defense systems, and submarines that create the keep-out zone. This requires a coordinated onslaught. Stealth bombers like the B-2 and the upcoming B-21 Raider would penetrate deep to strike high-value targets. At the same time, Navy submarines and surface ships would launch missile strikes, while fighter jets establish air superiority. It's a multi-domain, synchronized attack designed to dismantle the enemy's defenses piece by piece. The third and final pillar is to sustain combat operations. Once you've broken through, you have to maintain pressure and achieve your objectives. This means protecting your own forces, resupplying them, and continuing to dominate the air and sea. This is where assets like tanker aircraft for refueling jets and logistics ships for rearming warships become absolutely critical. You can't win a fight if you run out of gas or ammo. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds very aggressive. And you're right, it's a concept designed for high-end conflict. But the official documents always stress that air-sea battle was also about deterrence. By having a credible plan to defeat these A2AD systems, the idea was to make a potential adversary think twice before starting a conflict. The message was clear: don't even try it because we have a way to win. Over the years, the term air-sea battle has evolved. In 2015, the Pentagon officially replaced it with a new concept called the Joint Concept for Access and Maneuver in the Global Commons, or JAMGC. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know, but the core ideas remain the same. JAMGC broadens the scope to include land forces like the Army and Marines, as well as space and cyberspace, recognizing that modern warfare is truly a multi-domain fight. It's not just about the air and sea anymore. It's about everything, everywhere, all at once. The technologies that underpin this strategy are fascinating. We're talking about stealth aircraft that are nearly invisible to radar, like the F-35, which acts as a flying quarterback, gathering and sharing data with everyone else on the network. We have the Navy's Aegis combat system, a sophisticated network of sensors and weapons on ships that can track and engage dozens of targets simultaneously. And then there are the unseen players, the satellites providing GPS and communication, and the cyber warriors working to protect our networks and disrupt the enemies. One of the biggest challenges is simply making all this different technology from different branches talk to each other seamlessly. An Air Force jet and a Navy ship are built by different companies, with different software. Getting them to share data in a secure and lightning-fast way is a massive technical hurdle, and it's something the Pentagon spends billions of dollars on every year. So what does this mean for the future? As potential adversaries continue to develop more advanced weapons, this joint, networked approach to warfare will only become more important. The future of military conflict won't be won by a single service. It will be won by the side that can best integrate its forces across all domains: air, sea, land, space, and cyberspace to create a whole that is far greater than the sum of its parts. Concepts like air-sea battle and its successor JAMGC are the blueprint for how the U.S. military plans to fight and win in the 21st century. It's a complex and ever-evolving strategy that ensures American forces can go wherever they need to go, whenever they need to be there. It's a fascinating topic that blends technology, strategy, and geopolitics. The very nature of warfare is changing, and the U.S. is racing to stay ahead of the curve. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into military technology and strategy. Let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see covered. See you in the next one.